Hey, everybody. I am Captain Tommy Scoville, and you are on the lifeboat. And I've got with me, you're not going to believe this, but I've got with me the man, the myth, my brother.
I'm Johnny.
Captain. No. So I wanted to welcome everybody here. If you've never met my brother, which is possible because a lot of you showed up in the last, how long have you been gone?
A couple weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks?
Just about. A little shy of 2 weeks.
Wow. A lot's happened in 2 weeks. This is my much older brother and a YouTuber. That's his button behind me there. Eats a lot of hot things. Surprised you didn't know that. He mending bridges. You know what? I dig the You know what? We're gonna let that one slide. Oh, Lori T. Hold on, Lori T. Now, I don't want you to think that while I was gone, I said anything about those. I mean, while you were gone, that I mentioned anything about the L word, because I'm not that kind of person. But it does seem that there are people here who believe that perhaps you are, well, you know, I'm just saying. Tell us about your trip, man. What did you do?
See that? Miss Dragon says, much older. I'm Johnny's age. Gotta watch what you say.
Oh, no, that's different. Yeah, but look at you. Look at the two of you in the mirror. I'll show you. Ready? Highway miles, city miles. Like there's been some. This chassis has been rode hard and put away well.
I look like the poison label.
Boy, there's something to that.
All right.
You know what you look like is almost every heavy metal bass player on planet Earth. You know, you definitely look like that. Uh-oh.
Enough, guys, please.
The L word is funny. The L word is funny. Everybody likes it. You know what? You got to do that though. That's noise opera. Noise opera loves you. I won't do any more. I promise. Mr. Wolf's got your back. You see that? I got your back, Johnny.
This is the first time Christy Caldwell's been on since I blocked her. I haven't seen her since.
You're kidding.
I blocked you, and I feel terrible. It was an accident. I felt awful. I didn't know how to fix it. Tried to help him fix it.
We have been talking about you since you left.
Me?
Oh yeah. I would imagine that most people have unsubscribed for you because you blocked. Oh, I'm serious. If you saw a big dip, it's because you blocked the probably one of the cutest people that has ever stepped foot on the boat.
It was an accident.
You're not going to be a very popular person when you do things like that.
Bizzle.
Tighten up your game. Biz, good to see you. Ben Turner, good to see you. Russ, glad you're here. Plant Freak. All right. Chili Mancer. Quiet Girl. By the way, Quiet Girl has tapered off of Klonopin, bro. She did a full Klonopin taper. Yep. Here you go.
It's a big deal.
I did this earlier. Quiet Girl, this is huge. Oh, I missed you. Thank you so much. Oops. I'm not very good at this. I'd appreciate some thoughts and prayers for my youngest daughter. Is that Trillian? That's beautiful. She was diagnosed this morning with pneumonia. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, thoughts and prayers for sure. Yeah, then it's frightening. You know, the good news is we've gotten a lot better at that. You remember how frightening that used to be? I mean, it's not good, but boy, oh boy. When people used to say pneumonia, it was, you know what I mean? Like that was frightening. They've gotten so much better at treating stuff like this. Sending love, it's all good. She doesn't mean that. She was trashing you the whole time you were gone. You have no idea. It was terrible.
I know.
I had to say, Christy, pump the brakes, all right? The guy made a mistake. She was terrible. It was awful. I can't back that up. She didn't say anything bad about you. But so you were out doing business, yeah?
Yes.
Tell us about this business trip.
Excuse me. I'm the national spokesman for Harvest 912.
Yes.
And they're a great mission out of Erie, and they put shoes on the feet of homeless people and give essentials and blankets, and
love that.
It's very, very cool.
Love that.
And when they asked, I'm on their board, and they asked me to, I jumped, and I was down with them. And the company that provides all their boots is a company called Carolina Boot Company. And they're owned by a company called H.H. Brown, and they are a Berkshire Hathaway. That's who they're owned by.
All right, you ready? We're gonna get right back to that. Tommy Bird, you all right, my brother? Tommy says it's been a tough day, man. We just got to check in with Tommy. Tell me how you doing, brother. I have had a brotherly hug. We've done that 2 or 3 times already, actually. When I grabbed him at the airport, that's we've been practicing that one, I think, since probably '84. We've done quite a few of those. We seem to be heading in different directions. You know. Well, the name certainly fits. Rip Curl, good to see you, my brother. Glad that you're here. Daniel Theobald, good to see you. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so we met with the people in charge of both companies, and they're going to be giving tons. And they've given already 500 pair of boots.
I love it.
Excuse me, Harvest has given out, and there's a lot more in inventory. So it's just a great thing. So we met with them, and then I got to be with my son and my daughter for a while.
Oh, how cool is that?
Ate sushi and a bunch of great food, which was awesome.
Are you a sushi person?
Hey,
ugly hobo. You know what? There are nonprofits that kill it. There are nonprofits that kill it. There are a ton of them that don't do well.
This company gives 100% of the money that comes in,
and I've worked.
They don't take a penny.
I've worked with some pretty good ones. There are definitely some ugly ones that don't do well, but there are some fantastic ones. There's a shelter in this town right here that would blow you out. I would absolutely cave in your head. They would not allow you to call it a shelter either, but it is an amazing thing where they take people from
little city.
They take people from homeless to owning a home. It's one of the most unbelievable things I've ever seen. And by the way, bro, I've been in homeless shelters myself, and not my whole life, but I spent time in them myself. Fortunately, I was able to go out, get a gig, start working, put some money up, get things running. But yeah, it's a tough road to be sure. Tommy Bird, you're in my thoughts and prayers, Tommy. I love you, my man. I really do. So you're back.
I'm back.
You're rehabilitated.
You're
out. What's your next move? Right? You got that. No. So
somebody is anybody going to get that? It was a beautiful movie reference.
I hope somebody that
it was too good to let go. It was beautiful Blues Brothers.
It was a really good reference.
You should have followed up with you got that $5,000 you.
I thought about it. I really did. I thought about it. But it would have been hard to not follow through and drop a mother.
Yeah.
And then I didn't want to do that. Steve hasn't blocked. No, you're not blocked right now. You're still good. So that seems to be a mistake we make often on this.
Don't throw a we. I did it once. I did not do it more than once. And
I blocked you.
You blocked me.
I did. I blocked him for a couple of weeks, but it happens. You know what? Rip Curl said, loved your last guest. A couple of other people said that. It's a lot of it's an awful lot of fun to have her on. You know what I mean? She's a good time. I enjoy spending time with her. She's a good human being. And she's got a decent sense of humor. Nah, she's funny as hell in all honesty. And why Reese is fun to have on is because she causes the people in the audience to act different. And that's fun. Chili Mancer, I love this. I really do. You know what? He says, my birthday is next week and I deleted Facebook. I'm worried about feeling lonely. Well, you got to reach out too. Where do nonprofit organization money go towards? Well, it really depends on what that nonprofit is for, right? So there is a nonprofit here in this city where the money goes to taking people who are homeless and trying to get them homes. And it is a program where it usually takes almost a couple of years, right, to walk people through that entire process. But these were the term nonprofit, right, just means that the money that is coming in is not, the business is not generating any cash for the purpose of paying out a bottom line. It is generating cash so that it goes back into the community. And that's how that works.
Donnie, next week when it's your birthday, we'll
reach out.
We'll both be doing live streams.
Yeah, reach out. Don't be scared.
Listen, I did the same thing, but I'm still on Messenger. Reach out to me on Messenger. We'll make sure you ain't feeling lonely, bro.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like the only thing I do on Facebook is Messenger, and I go to the Lifeboat page. I don't do anything else.
I don't miss it.
The Lifeboat. You know what? I don't do meetups in Arizona. I'm considering putting together some meetups across the country. We're going to pick a couple of different places to do some stuff. We've been talking about this for a while. There's a long time. There's a couple of different things that we've been talking about, but we're going to take the show on the road, so to speak. It's going to happen. I have a feeling it's going to happen pretty soon, honestly. See that? Johnny, you look just like Christopher Maloney from Law and Order. My sister said that.
Mama Scoville says that.
Sister Scoville says it all the time. My older sister, not my younger one, but my older sister says that about him all the time. I've never seen it. I really don't see that.
I get De Niro a lot.
The De Niro thing I see, but not so much now as when you were younger.
Thank God.
Yeah, when you were younger, you really looked like him, man.
It was bad. No matter how good work he does, I'm not going to feel.
There you go.
I'm not going to feel guilty for getting LaGrange in my head every time I see Johnny.
No, there's, you know what? Absolutely no two ways about it. Or Bad Nationwide. That's one that there's a picture of him where you really look like you could.
I played that on my channel. I'm Bad on Nationwide, and this is the only time I ever did a video with my goatee out. It was down to here, had the glasses on.
Yeah,
it was great.
Ugly Hobo, what ban me? Do it. You know what, dude? Why you got to be that guy? Huh? Who banned you? Don't be that guy, bro. You ain't got to be that guy. No. There's I don't get that, but maybe you just need a little attention. How you doing? Are you doing all right, my man? Ugly Hobo? Huh? You all right? Tell us what's going on.
Hopefully things improve, man.
Yeah, tell us what's going on. You're obviously not happy. If you're deleting your social, I recommend saving your data in case you may have an awesome idea in the past. You know something? I'll be honest. Chili Mess, you've done a lot of stuff that's I don't know, it's pretty cool. I hope that you're not losing all that. Longest I was homeless for, probably 9 months. It was probably the longest I was ever homeless for. And the 13 years in prison, I don't think count. And I don't think the halfway house time counts either. Oh, you know what? Now you're gone. You classless. No, just get rid of them.
How do I get rid of them?
No, just get rid of them.
So I blocked them. Do me a favor. Somebody.
Yeah, that's classless, man. You know what? No disrespect, man. No disrespect. But that's honestly, this is the attitude. And I have no problem saying this. This is the attitude that keeps people homeless. Sorry. There are absolutely programs out there that will hold your hand and walk you through, but you meet them. You got to meet them halfway, which means getting into a program that requires getting sober. You follow me? And that's the thing. I went to a program here in this city, and I'm telling you, it looks like the Plaza. Right. It was one of the happiest places I've ever seen. And this is a nonprofit of people that are bending over backwards. We went in there and said, we want our names associated with this thing. We want nothing out of it. If there is anything we can do to help you. I mean, we walked in and every single person in there, their guests, had grins from ear to ear. Good morning. How are you guys? Boy, are you guys brothers? Every single person.
Well, here's the thing. This place, whether you needed to get a CDL, you need to repair your credit. You had childhood trauma. They had
trying to just get a home, trying to go from not having a home to having a home.
Even get your hair cut. That it was a recreation area. They had a place where families can go. It was just the most set up thing I've ever seen. There was even daycare for when the parents were doing something with the program. They provided daycare for the kids. So
yeah, it's just a really good
there are great places, but you gotta like he said, they don't come find you and say, hey, let me help you. You gotta look for it.
And they've really got to work with you. Paula says, I was homeless with 2 kids because I had to leave my ex. That story is told so often in this country. I mean, so many times every single day. And it's frightening. Again, the same place, I know we're bragging about this place up a storm, but they have an entire section of this, and they're building on 4 more acres. So that they can accommodate people just like that, women who are going in there with children. And it's just a beautiful thing. And there are people out there that care. I realize that I'm the first person to rail on how bad the system is, right? I come on here all the time and I rail about how bad the system is. But
this is amazing.
What I found out a lot, honestly, what I've come to realize through all of this process, and sadly, I wish this was, I blew over the first half of my life, but you spend a lot of time complaining. If you can start to become part of a solution instead of part of a problem, and to complain about something is easy. To try to get involved and do something about it, like you going out there, and Johnny doesn't just lend his name to this stuff. He's out there like handing out stuff in the street to these people, and I think that, you know what, it's a good thing, man. It's a solid thing. Question to you both. How are your senses of smell and taste after eating so much hot peppers? I get close to one and my sinuses instantly clear up. Hot. Just a little is okay. Gives me migraines. Oh, wow.
It's sort of an interesting thing. I'll feel this one because I'm good at this one.
No, I got this.
No, I got it.
No,
I'll tell.
No, I'll tell. Okay.
When the assumption is you burn your taste buds off. It's just the opposite. And here's a great. It's just really. I eat a lot of hot peppers. My tolerance is really, really high. If I ate a pepper, and like the hottest, a chocolate primatine, the hottest pepper there is, and somebody next to me who doesn't have a high tolerance ate the same pepper, I would taste caramel notes, smoky notes. It would be kind of floral with a nutty finish, which is usually what that pepper is like. The person that has no tolerance would taste nothing because they'd be in pain. You can only kind of process one thing at a time. And when you have pain going on, you can't put that on a shelf to think of what it tastes like.
Right.
So the higher your tolerance gets, the more you're able to taste. It's completely the opposite of what people think.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
It's true.
Frank Humphreys, listen, and you don't look like a Frank, but that's okay. Maybe it's Frankie. Either way, prayers for a Klonopin taper, but it is a taper, right? I'm sure you're working with a doctor and you're doing that right. Anything, and I know you guys are tired of hearing this, but new people come on every day. If you're tapering off of benzos or if you're tapering off of alcohol, please do it with the assistance of a doctor and keep us in the loop. Tell us what's going on with the taper because it's, I think it's pretty healthy when we root for you. And we're celebrating tonight our quiet girl that has tapered off and she's done. She did it. She did it right. She did it. Absolutely. Excellent. Okay. Question. I think I know the answer, but if you wanted to get a goal for 2.5 million SHU by the end of the year, how would you go about it? I assume he means tolerance-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the end of the year.
You mean this year? Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
No, we're talking it's the 14th.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
That really would, I mean, you could do it. It's just going to burn so bad you cannot believe, right?
Here's the problem. If you start going after it in the
Wait a
way
second. Maybe he just means, how can I find 2.5 million Scoville heat units by the end of the year? Order a tube of terror. But you're then going to, if you're trying to eat that, it's going to, yeah, he says, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. But you want to build a tolerance. This is my humble opinion, and I am not the Scoville to ask, but this is my opinion on this. Nothing ever jacked my tolerance up faster than the first time I did a tube of terror. That being said, I had a friend that ate one peanut out of the tube of terror, and then ended up eating a super hot. And he said to me, I'll be honest with you, like I was not blown away. Everybody else was like freaking out. And he just said it did not feel that hot to me. And I said, I think you might have built up tolerance, because he looked like he was going to die when he ate the peanut. Like you've never seen anybody freak. He was doing the dog thing on the carpet, like rubbing his head. like he really was having a bad time. But if you buy a tube of terror and you eat one peanut or even a half of one in the beginning, but you eat one a day, by the end of that tube, which would be about 22 to 28 days, you will have a stone cold tolerance.
That's the truth. The best way to increase your tolerance is to eat hotter and more of it. If you don't have access to a tube of terror, you can, even at the grocery store, just getting habaneros and jalapenos, you can do a lot that way. Once you've gotten used to a habanero, eat 5 habaneros. It's a different animal. You get to the point where you can eat multiples, and it just skyrockets your tolerance.
So the question is, how did you even start your love of hot peppers and then do it on YouTube? Well, let me answer mine first because mine's really quick. My brother tortured me as a child and forced me to eat hot things. Go ahead, tell me your story. Come on.
I was a kid, and our dad was eating pepperoncini. I must have been like somewhere between 7 and 10 is my best recollection. And I said, I want one. And he said, you aren't going to like it. I said, please. And he said, no, but I just kept hounding him until he gave in. And I liked it. And I kind of started a love for spicy stuff. But how I started the channel, I just, one day I was watching a video of a guy eating peppers. And I brought my daughter over. She was a little girl. And this guy just started swearing. And I don't curse in front of my kids. And I wanted to give her the earmuffs, but it was too late. She heard it. And that was when I decided I wanted to start a channel. I could make one that was family friendly and still entertaining. That was it.
So Plant Freak says hot sauce is salad dressing for me. Giggity. And David Robinette says I ate one nut from the tube of terror and never touched another nut out of it. How many times has that sentence been uttered in the United States of America? Huh? Yeah. A couple. Do you know how many times somebody has said to me, oh, I bought one of those tubes. I ate one of those things. That happens. How many times do you think that happens versus somebody even attempting to finish a tube?
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot. You know why? Because you think to yourself, how bad can one peanut be?
Correct.
And it's pretty hot.
So you want ugly? How about this? The first time I do a tube of terror, all I wanted to do. The only reason I was doing a tube of terror was to get points for the League of Fire. Because at that point, I really couldn't do anything else online. So I thought, I'll do some League of Fire stuff. And I'm doing this in a halfway house, in the basement of a halfway house. I still have the video. And I'm sitting in the basement of the halfway house, and I'm wolfing down these peanuts. And I got 3 to go. I finished the last of the 3 peanuts, right? And now I just got to do my wind down. I do it. I go upstairs. I call Johnny. I'm like, I got it done, dude. I'm gonna upload this thing. I'm gonna get it sent over to you. And I'm looking at it, and the guy that's filming goes like this, right? He's holding the camera, looking at me. And he goes, "Yeah, who's this?" He takes a phone call in the middle of my tube of terror, right? It's only about 11 seconds, right? But you cannot break. You can't even have 2 seconds, right? So it's no good. So the next day I do it again, and something else screwed me up.
First of all, hang on.
But
I do this for a living. The next day you do it again.
Yeah. That was stupid, wasn't it? But yeah, but
what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking I got you as an older brother. It's kind of a lot of pressure. You know what I mean? It's that pressure. For real. Do you think, what's his name? Who was the guy that, the hockey player? Gretzky, right? Yeah. Gretzky's got a younger brother. Like you already hate him if he doesn't play hockey. Just tell the truth. You hate him.
No.
Yeah, you do. Don't lie to me. You hate him. What's the name of the Manning brother that doesn't play football? Nothing further. I swallowed a habanero whole in the 9th grade, and it messed my stomach up.
First of all, what would you? That's a challenging thing. A typical ball, a whole habanero. It's a good size.
That's
pepper.
A good sized pepper.
How'd you not choke getting it down? I mean,
that's got to hurt. And the cap cramps? Oh my Lord. The capsaicin cramps? You were bumming in the 9th grade. Beast. Paul, that ain't right.
You know what's funny though? The capsaicin cramps. I
love atypical, Paul, dude. That's so wrong. I love it. Let's swallow that thing whole.
The cap cramps are just.
Were you thinking you were going to beat the process by not chewing it? Is that what you thought was going to happen?
Seriously, were you trying to? Did you think you were pulling a fast one? Like, were you swallowing it, trying to look?
Oh, cool? Do you know what? Look,
I'm just curious.
This is me. Oh my God! It's now that Rip's. Look, man. Rip, I'm sorry. I think I was supposed to do this like 9 months ago. Can we get Rip some super hots? Write that down right there, bro. Rip, I'm an idiot. Thank God. I'm so glad you were here and Johnny was. Absolutely, that's why it's there. That is exactly for that. Rip curl readiness. I got everything you need on the guy. I got addresses. I got all of it.
What are you looking for? Just crazy hot?
He wants super hots.
Okay, I can give you a bunch. I can do variety too. How about that?
Susie Q, it really is, and I'm sorry for that. Yeah, that sucks. And you know what? And it makes it really hard this time of year. You know, we were watching something together, me and Susie Q. This is not too far off of the joke, right? But my brother and I were watching Family Guy, and this was prior to my rant, by the way, on Family Guy. Did you ever go to Hatch Chili Festival?
No, I've eaten a million Hatch.
Okay. We were watching Family Guy, and it was right after Peter lost the job, or Quagmire, somebody lost the job, and they call up and they're like, "Yes, this is so and so. I want my $1,700 a month Cobra setup, please." It's sad. It really is. It's horrible, and I wish that were not the case. I'm putting that up because the replay crew isn't going to know what you were answering.
Check this right here, though. Oh man, I cried every 2 hours. Every 2 hours, every 5 minutes, needed water in class, says Daniel Thibault. Makes a rough class, huh?
That's a rough class. One time, I put a little of a Reaper and a Scorpion in my chili and gave my better half cramps. Oh no! Yeah, wow. that's not good. You do not want to give your significant other cap cramps. On the bright side, you're still married, and that says a lot about your marriage. For real. That's a solid marriage. A lot of people would bail on you after
You
that.
played catch-up ball for a while.
Have you ever seen when Loser Boy films me doing the cap cramps? That's because my brother is caring and kind.
Next time we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
No, you know what? The last time he was sweating like you took a bucket of water and threw it on him, like through his shirt, just instantly too.
Yeah,
I was worried.
It came on really, really quickly. Serrano is hotter than Pepper X.
Jeremy Bell. That's too funny.
I like Serranos.
You know what? It's one of my favorite peppers.
No, Rip. I'm just an idiot. I know I should have taken that away, taken care of that. And I just remembered it when you said it, and I was like, "Oh Lord, man!"
Atypical Paul tore him up all night into the next day.
Oh, I believe that.
Sure,
I believe that. Does dairy stop the burn? Is the question. Yes and no. It certainly does better than water. Nothing stops the burn except time. You know,
things can minimize it.
I think Russ Hampton. Russ knows what's going on. Russ gets it.
Here's the deal, man.
Has the hot ones reached out? You know what's really funny? I'm going to answer that question for my brother. I think at some point along the way, Johnny Scoville may have offended somebody in that production office because. No, I think something might have happened. Squirrel stole the thought and ran away with it. Yeah. You make a good point. Hey, come on, no, you make a good point. And when I do start squirreling off in the wrong direction, feel free to toss up. Hey, Captain, this is what we were talking about. If you just got here, I've taken a few shots to the head.
Just since I got off the plane this afternoon.
And Hunter Haas says they can't handle Johnny. And I'll be really honest with you. There's probably something to that. I'll be really honest with you. I'd sit down with that dude and eat hot things, right? And I don't sit down with Johnny and eat hot things unless I really absolutely have to. Like I don't enjoy eating hot things with my brother at all. It's not a good time.
You know what? You have PTSD from the last deal with the tincture. 13 million. Oh God! He did 2 drops of 13 million Scoville tincture, and I mean he was like 5 hours, legit 5 hours. Like 4.5 hours in it, he goes, "Man, we can laugh about it now." He thought it was over. There was one more wave that came through 20 minutes later. I feel terrible about that.
Like Coach from Cheers. I was a big fan of Coach from Cheers. I really did.
Donnie.
Uh-oh, someone's getting evil ideas. Christopher Story. Send me another email right now to sober@myyahoo.com and put in the comment section your name and do it to sober, SOBER @myyahoo.com. And here's what I'll tell you. If you sent me the email in the last 3 days, I probably just hadn't got to it. I'm usually at least 3 to 4 days behind constantly, but I don't remember that name. So send me another one and just put your name in the header, because I do answer every single email and you don't have to have $1 for that. And that's always been that way. I do answer every email. Now, do things sometimes fall between the cracks? Yeah, they do. Because here's what happens. I go every morning when I get up, and I get up at about 3:30, I start going down through the list, and I'm looking for things that say stuff like, I need help right now, right? Like my life's in danger kind of stuff. And I get those, a lot of them. And I go through those. And so when you go back, some have been looked at, some haven't, right? And it gets, but I do answer every email. No, man, that's really why I started this. There are so many people that just need a little assistance. And it's why when somebody says, I've been homeless my entire life, and I'm sorry, people, you got a cell phone? I dug out from some deep, deep, deep ugly. What it takes is the ability to say, I am going to move forward. And that cat's intelligent enough to have a phone and intelligent enough to be in here and dropping comments. Trust me, you could go and start that process. Because I did it as a friggin' bank robber, right? 13 felonies on my jacket, with guns and the whole shooting match. I went out and got a job. You just got to keep putting apps in until somebody hires you. That's it, right? You don't stop. I talk to people all the time who go, man, I put in 9 job applications. All right, put in 60, right? 120. Well, how many am I supposed to put in, right? Until somebody goes, hey, you're hired. That's usually how that works. And if you really want to do it, you'll do it. I have a friend. He's on the boat all the time. You guys know him. He came on here and did an interview with us, and he killed someone. Try coming out of prison with a murder on your jacket, and then go on. And he is the most reformed man you've ever met on planet Earth. A much better human being than I am, to be really honest with you. But his mistake was one split second. Never committed another crime in his life. He got into a bar fight, and it was a pool cue that killed somebody. And he pled guilty at his arraignment. The judge said, no, you don't understand. If by doing this, you don't get a pre-sentence investigation. There's no way. I don't even do this. I don't allow it. And he said, I'm not looking for anything, man. I killed the person. I'm looking for nothing. He pled guilty at his arraignment. How's that? Which is just incredible. I love that. Ben Turner. I love that. Hey, Rhonda.
Well, I got my job as a defense analyst. I applied for so many jobs. I didn't know what job I was even interviewing for.
Yeah. Been there, awesome. Done it. Been there, done that. I swear to you, been there, done that. Well, that's people. I'll tell you right now, that's the way it is on the lifeboat. Thank you, JJ Sinclair. It's or he could have been talking to you either, so you can turn on my own. But yeah, absolutely. No idea where I was going.
I don't either. I guess parents should.
That's funny. That is funny.
I guess parents should now threaten was their kid's potty mouth was hot peppers rather than soap. Listening to you guys.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of people tell me that.
Rip Curl. He had a cigar with Craig T. Nelson after a meeting. That's so cool. You know who that is? That's the dude from Coach, isn't it? Isn't Craig T. Nelson the guy from Coach? That Coach. Yeah. Dude, what a great. I loved that show.
Great show.
That show was funny as heck. I hadn't thought about that in years. That's another one I could be watching. That is another one I could be watching.
The voice of SpongeBob. That was his first role. He was the goofy jock. Kind of goofy. That's the voice for SpongeBob. Not SpongeBob, excuse me. Patrick Star.
That's
Patrick Star.
That makes way more sense, man. You were freaking me out, man.
SpongeBob show.
I know, but you were freaking me out, man. How is capsaicin different from cayenne? So cayenne is a type of pepper, and capsaicin is what makes every type of pepper on earth hot.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's great.
I thought I was just another pretty face, didn't you?
Cayenne's a great pepper, by the way.
Yes, it is. You see, she gets it. She gets it. Coach was awesome. I am so jealous. Seriously, that was a very Patrick's voice. Yep. Says Lori.
Yeah, Tate. Patrick Star.
Yeah. Who was your favorite? Who was your favorite character on SpongeBob? Did you watch a grip of SpongeBob?
Oh, okay, kids. Yeah, all of them.
I probably have seen them all too.
Free Balloon Day is the greatest.
Free Balloon Day is the greatest.
Free Balloon. Oh man.
What's your favorite character?
You know who it would be? It would be Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Mr. Krabs is awesome.
I knew that was coming.
Plankton's pretty cool too, though.
Plankton's great, but Mr. Krabs is the best. Question.
Yeah.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? I don't know, but I'll tell you something. Are you familiar with Hellman's mayonnaise?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. My friend owned that company. For real.
Hunter has to answer this. Is mayonnaise, is this a riddle, or are you looking for an answer here? Because I sort of feel like there's a riddle thing going on here. I don't know.
I'm going to go with this.
Somebody could probably make an instrument out of it.
Mayonnaise is instrumental, right? In at least 30% of every decent sandwich on planet Earth. You're not making a good sandwich without mayo in at least 30% of all sandwiches.
That may be even low.
Well, I wanted to go low because I knew if I went anywhere else, I was going to get shat upon by the audience, and they were going to go, "Oh, come on! What about this, this, and this?"
No, I would have gone to 40 and not given you any heat. If you said 50, I would have dumped on you.
See, I thought I would lowball it.
That was a smart approach.
Hello from Clearwater.
Sherry from Clearwater. Wow.
Hey, Sherry. You know what, Sherry? I wish you were on right now. I have Clearwater questions. It was Patrick Starr's best line ever. Is mayonnaise a...
Oh, I got you.
Gotcha.
There you go.
Duke's is my go-to mayo. Interesting. Never had Duke's. But Johnny was talking about it 3 days ago.
My favorite mayo ever. And I was formerly a Hellman's dude.
I haven't had it yet. The hash slinger. The hash
slinger slasher.
Yeah,
great one.
That is
anything with what was the ghost pirate?
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the character.
Hot Vegan says Plankton is the best. I thought I was going to hear a lot of people saying Plankton, right? But that's not my favorite character.
Who's yours?
I think you might be surprised.
Who?
I like
Squidward?
No, but that's another excellent guess.
Who?
My favorite character was the woman that used to do the would give the licensing tests. I think that was the funniest character to me.
Miss Puffer or something? What was her name?
Absolutely hysterical. Wait a sec, you're not a Scientologist? Out! No, I'm kidding. That's even better. So how weird is that city if you're not right? Honestly, I've never met a I don't think I've ever, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I have, but I've never asked a non-Scientologist from Clearwater that question. Please, Sherry, tell me, what is it like being in Clearwater? Right? What is it like being in Clearwater? CK, you look fantastic in green. Welcome aboard, Ensign. Kathy Womack, do you not love Quiet Girl? Seriously. This is why the boat is great. See what's happening, people? He and I are up here acting silly because it's what we do. Donnie is pushing Dukes, right? I've never had Dukes either, but I love the fact that we go and mesh. It's not weird until you go downtown. Okay. I can believe that. I've heard it's beautiful. And I'm kind of shocked I've never been there. You know? Super Hot Vegan, send me a email at sober, SOBER at myyahoo.com, please.
I love Super Hot Vegan.
Super Hot Vegan, I'd like to talk to you.
You're going to love them.
Great. Scientologists are a very small fraction of the population of Clearwater. Nice city, great beach. I've heard it's beautiful. I've heard it's absolutely beautiful. But it's the vast majority of the people that are still in, right? Which tells you that it's probably not that large anymore.
And the ones that are very active are all.
AA Ron always tries to defer to the highest number possible so that nobody can say he's lowballing the crap or anything else. It's sober, SOBER at myyahoo.com. Not Yahoo. I consider that your Yahoo. myyahoo.com. Right?
It would have to be your Yahoo.
Clearwater is beautiful, but it's incredibly unsettling when the blue vests flood down the street down. I could probably see that. All of the people from the Sea Org, you gotta love a good uniform. I'm kind of a uniform person. They chased me away, so I went back. I like Sherry. Sherry's got backbone. Oh, speaking of backbone.
They hate that.
Speaking of backbone, look, I do not push other channels, right? I don't push other channels. But you know what? There's a dude out here that is he does auditing of the Scientology building. Somebody put his name up in the chat. You know who I'm talking about.
I do.
Let me tell you something. This cat has picked up like 60,000 subs in the last week or two. Let me run that by you guys one more time. This dude has picked up 60,000 subs, right? Or 4 lifeboats in a couple of weeks. And that's awesome. That's awesome. And if you haven't gone over and become one of those people who has gone and subscribed, why don't you do it?
I'm trying to find them.
Scientology auditing, says Todd Hampton, and Todd Hampton would be right. I think what you're referring to, Plant Freak, right, is now called fry sauce, right? Isn't that fry sauce? Todd Hampton, Scientology auditing. You know what, people? I think it would be a really good idea to subscribe. I have a camera in my car now, and I'm just trying to figure out how to work it correctly so that I don't have to use my cell phone. Good for you. Good for you. Russ Hampton says, the video guy, that's who I'm talking about, Scientology auditing. Mick Moore knows who he is. Hey, Mick, good to see you, bud. Glad you're here. Really good to see you. Quiet girl, it is celebration time. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times. Thank you, Quiet Girl, and to the 5 new members that she just hooked up with a membership. Welcome to Ensign. Thank you, Sherry. That's a super kind thing to say. I tell you what, I love this boat. Scott Nay, good to see you. Really good to see you, Scott Nay. Cat Mother Coffee Lover. Cat Mother Coffee Lover. Do you love that?
I do. Loves the color of your top there.
Yes. As I've said, never, ever will I sell out. No, you know what? I said from day one, people, the lifeboat sells out the absolute first chance it gets. If we can get our message pushed any further out by me working with any company that sees the vision of what the lifeboat does or what Johnny's doing, forget about it. Yes, tomorrow night, we're going to be doing a little night yard. Tomorrow night with Russ, we're going to be doing prison Q&A. If you want to ask about any of the people that are recently be getting sent to the pokey, because there are a bunch of different people getting sent away right now. YouTube is deleting everybody's, and every time I go to your show, I have to resubscribe. You know what? That's happening to a lot of people. I'm very sorry.
That's been happening to me for 7 years.
That's what Johnny said. It's been happening to him forever.
And it seems some people it happens to them multiple times. I think it just happens a lot. A lot of people don't even notice it or say anything.
Okay, Z-Dub, thank you so much for your support, always. Sherry has a solid backbone. Well played, Sherry. Well played. Like 5 different people left their phones, wallets, or keys, or all 3 on the tablets at my work. The planets must be... it's funny that you say that, because that's actually happening. Snotface! How are you, Snot?
Oh, sweet.
Oh, you know what I just did? I screwed that up. Thank you. Snotface, thank you so much. Tommy, you can't believe this. Lori T, thank you. Do you see what they just said about New York? There goes my phone. Tommy, you can't believe it, but the cult has a New York facility on 48th Street. I was so angry. I walked in front of their cult and had a picture of me giving them the finger. Henny, you are the best. You are such a solid New Yorker. I love you.
Right?
My grandmother couldn't figure out which finger to use, but she was forever trying to give people the finger. Remember? But it was always this one.
I remember when she learned it.
No. Did you pick up my soda?
It's right here. I didn't do it. Mine's down there.
You drank the other half of that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
People, you saw him. Oh, you're a bastard. I can't believe you did that to me.
I need a
Lori T, thank you so much. I got it on film.
Yeah, you have to go back. We'll have to refer to in the film room tonight.
Yeah, you will pay. You will pay. I see you, dude. I'm looking at this thing. I got 3 screens in front of me. Damn spell check. Yeah, the night yard, William. The night yard's fun. It's cool too. Henny is a goddess. Thank you, Ben Turner. Ben Turner gets it.
Yeah.
Make no mistake. Henny is fantastic.
Yeah, she is.
You know, and somebody left a comment that, I think they thought that when I was on with spell check is blocking the word crappy now.
That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck. Use instead. I have pictures of hubby and I on Clearwater Beach 14 years ago, right before we went to the honeymoon island for our honeymoon. Very cool, Puck Groomer. I would imagine that I'm probably going to be there early. Thank you, Lori T. I appreciate that. I really do. You know what, people? When this thing started, I used to talk about the dream of being able to do this thing full time, like it was, honestly, like it was playing for the Yankees. And we did a lot of time. But it's really great to have audiences that are big to watch your stuff. It's a lot more fun, Sorry. Oh no. Before LRH zombies. Lived in Clearwater as a child every winter with my parents. The people that owned the place where we parked our travel trailer also owned a drive-in movie theater. Very cool. Great times before LRH zombies. The email would be sober, as in not getting high anymore. SOBER at myyahoo.com. Myyahoo.com. Not Yahoo.
Not mine.
No, mine. My Yahoo. It is a new service that they have, which is cool because I was able to get sober. You know how hard that is to get sober as an email address?
Right.
Jennifer Lemke is looking out for the boat. Yeah, you know what's funny? Oh, that is so funny. Okay, guys, that's right. Hit that like button. I love that the crew is always looking out for me.
Hunter said?
Yeah.
I remember when Tommy was working on a boat, literally.
Yep. See, that's right. Hunter Haas.
How long was that?
2020.
Was it really? Wow.
2020. That was when I was doing the homeless thing. Back in 2020. And I've come a long way since 2020, right? But I went to a house, like a halfway house, and I took a job. You talk about taking the only job you can get. I was a claustrophobic dude crawling through tunnels. But you know what? They're paying pretty good to crawl through those tunnels. They're paying about $25 an hour. And for a convict getting out of the joint, $25 an hour is pretty good damn money. And with overtime, I was making sick cash. And you know the great thing is, so I had this Cash App. You guys know what Cash App is, right? That's how I got paid because I wasn't going to be able to go into a bank until I was off paper. So I couldn't do Cash App. The only thing I could do was Cash App. And so they're Cash Apping me the money in, but I don't trust this damn card at all. Like this thing doesn't make sense to me. Guys in there are playing poker and Cash Apping money back and forth to each other. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense to me at all, right? But I know that as soon as the money hits my account with one button, I can put it into Bitcoin. And I know they ain't getting the Bitcoin. So just because I don't trust, right, I start putting all this money into Bitcoin. And then whenever I need it, I would just transfer just enough onto the card, right, to go and get something. And I bought very, very little. And then Bitcoin started going up and going up. And then I started going, holy crap, and started looking at all the different things. But man, you know what? You can dig yourself out, but you just got to be willing to do what the next guy isn't going to be willing to do.
That's it.
Chili Phil says, I can't wait to get to 1,000 subs. Well, Chili Phil, why don't you put a link up? Let's see if some people can head over there and find you. Toss your link up in there, bud.
Chili Phil's great.
Chili Phil is great. I have no problem recommending Chili Phil. And you can watch this man burn himself. And he does. He does. Gets cramps, does the whole thing. He's the real deal. Yeah, Jennifer, I can go to a bank now, but I couldn't at the time. I was not allowed to go into a bank at the time. But I'll tell you what, it was the best thing that ever happened to me because, worked out. You know, that Bitcoin stuff was a good thing at the time. And C says, since I found you through AA, Ron, tell me, how was your sobriety during the C+ math period at home? Well, my home was courtesy of the Bureau of Prisons. I was still incarcerated during that. So it was not very pleasant is the answer. We were not treated particularly well during that. We just got locked down and never let back out. That was it. It was permanently locked down. There's Chili Phil. Thank you, Rip. I spoke with the doctor on the phone the other day, and he told me he would get me in touch with other doctors who would be able to prescribe medication. 2 days. When do I reach out? Tomorrow. Reach out tomorrow. In fact, yeah, absolutely. Say, hey, you realize what I'm trying to do here? Because that doctor's an idiot.
Wow.
The window of sobriety does not stay open. If you need, honestly, snot. If that doctor doesn't get it together, call me. Like, bring me in as an advocate, and I'll freak out on them for you. Thanks. Go ahead. How about that? Yeah, Tommy's picture was up in every bank for years.
What's this one? Plant Freak. I'm not as up there as some of you are, but 71 days from alcohol, 62 days from harder drugs, and 37 days from pot and counting. All because of y'all support and real connections made.
How cool is that? That is the coolest
thing
I've ever heard.
That's a hat trick.
You're not up there. Yeah, no, you're up there.
No,
you're up there.
Each one is multiplied, just magnified by the next. I mean, all three at one, essentially at the same time.
Well, no, she systematically knocked it out.
But right now, she's dumped them all. It's amazing.
I love it. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Plant Freak, give me that. Yeah, there you go. The official participation trophy of the lifeboat. That is the coolest thing I've ever heard. People, give yourselves a round of applause for supporting our friend. That is a big one. Plant Freak, proud of you, and I mean that. And I always hate saying that because you sound like you're condescending. Let me put it this way: I hope you're as proud of yourself as we all are of you. How's that? That sound better?
Yeah. No, you know why? Because when you're quitting something, you want someone to say, "Hey, I'm proud of you." I did anyway.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're killing it. That's awesome, man. That is so awesome. It just knocked him out. Like, so alcohol, she said, that's it. I'm done quitting alcohol. And then it's like 10, 12 days, I'm done. I'm not going to do the hard crap either. And then like 37, great. You know what? I'm not going to do any weed either. I love this, man. I really do. I love it. Biz. Listen, people, Biz is coming on next week, whether no matter what happens. I was trying to get Biz on, and then we just had 3 really incredibly odd things happen to this channel in the course of about 3 weeks, which tied up quite a bit of media. But Biz is going to be on in the very near future, and he's got a story you're not going to believe. Would I do a night court on Joe Exotic? I would be willing to dig into the Joe Exotic thing. I mean, I know a lot of people have. I haven't. So I was locked up when the Joe Exotic thing was going on too. So Chili Phil, that's about up where Spanx Calhoun is. He's in the 9-month range, I think. 8 months. Good for you. You know what's crazy, Chili Phil, is I remember when you quit.
I totally do.
Yeah, I remember when you quit. 8 months, huh? That's wow. Wow. And you know what this is? This is just happy people, man.
I'm 4 years, 8 months, and 4 days from drinking.
How many? 8 years?
No, 4 years, 8 months, and 4 days.
Nice. I was figuring mine out the other day for laughs, and it's like 3,109 days.
Look what claims I've saved.
They don't know you well. High five, Plant Freak. Good job. Where else can you go and celebrate your victories where people actually get it? You know what I mean?
Cool?
Well, look at this. Susie Q's like, seriously, that's amazing, right? This is what right? We get it. Trophy time, right? Seriously, this is amazing. I love this. Freaking love this.
I'm very proud and grateful, says Plant Freak.
You know what? Awesome. You know what? We love
an attitude of gratitude is everything. Being grateful changes your whole perspective on everything. For real. An attitude of gratitude. Love it.
Please stay safe. All right? Be safe, my friend. Please, please, please stay safe. That's a tough part of the world to be safe in right now. But please take care of yourself and watch your 6. You know, situational awareness. That's right. And it's a great way to put it. It really is. It's a great way to put it.
DeMarie.
And then hit JJ Sinclair for me because I'm tossing a shadow across your face. You follow me? Chip McKenzie just subbed to Chili Phil. Love that. Thank you, Chip. Appreciate you. Zelda, would you tap Zelda's right down there?
Hang on. JJ Sinclair says, alcohol is poison. I should be dead, but thanks to God, I'll have 9 years on February 14th. God willing.
You quit on Valentine's Day? There's a story in there.
Yeah,
I promise you there is. There's a good one in there.
No, which one? Zelda?
Yeah, Zelda. Plant Freak is a rock star. Sorry, I just feel like that sums it up. Now I can drop the mic, right? You're a rock star, Plant Freak. Keep doing what you're doing, right? Keep running. Don't look back. You know what? The only thing that's going to screw that up, I promise you, a lack of connection. And it does.
Right.
And listen, I'm never doing that to pitch the boat. You don't have to connect here, right? There are so many ways you can connect, but trust and believe that you need to connect, whether it's here or somewhere else. Or what is Johnny's channel? You're new here. Well, Sparkly Ann, Johnny's channel is called Chase the Heat. It has also been referred to in the past as the listen to Tommy dry heave. Yeah. I do a decent amount of dry heaving on that.
Some of our best work. You know what the problem is? I act like a child. It's terrible. You gotta grow up at some point. What's wrong with it? It's ridiculous.
Hey, it's not that funny. Maybe we start talking about growing up and stuff. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't sign up for any of that. Growing up, dude. If either of us could grow up, we'd already have jobs and be those people.
If you guys, let me tell you something. If you guys could follow us into a store, something bizarre happens. We get into a store.
Oh, that's such a cool thing to say. I don't listen to anyone else telling me what to do except Tommy. Oh, that's such a cool thing to say. I've never tracked days before. What? Oh, what a gift. What a gift. What a gift.
Wow.
Tracking days is so much fun. Honestly,
6,785.
Huh? Look at her.
Excuse me?
How cool is that?
Hang on. I got to do that one.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
that is awesome. So what? 17 years?
18 and a half years.
I was pretty close.
That was pretty rousing.
Did you see me doing math off the top of my head?
I saw you struggling a little bit there.
I can't do math, dude.
I can't either.
I know.
It's awful.
No.
You know why? Think about this. Every coach we ever had, listen, every coach we ever had in sports and school, they were math teachers. You don't think that affected things?
No, Mac wasn't. He taught me gym. If he was a math teacher, I wouldn't have played football, bro.
Because we got a lot of gifts, man. I'm telling you, we did.
Oh yeah, no. You know who gave us gifts was that gambling psycho. I took him for 3 years.
What is this?
Come on. I just missed somebody, and I didn't want to miss them. Somebody said they just came by here and they love the vibe.
Let me do it. You
There it is, right there. Amberlina. There you go. Tap it again. There you go. Love the positivity on the channel. Just subscribed. Amberlina, welcome to the lifeboat. Yeah, Biz, that does happen. I'm not going to lie to you. Smoke has been known to roll out the ears, sometimes the nose. When I'm thinking,
Bizzle said I saw smoke when Tom was thinking.
It happens. I'm not going to lie to you. It does happen. And we just got someone that said, welcome, Amberlina. Look at that. See all that welcome?
Tracy Sensata is 1,734 days clean from opiates.
You know what? This thing's going to have to remain
out. That's a big deal.
It's like a big group hug. Yes, it is. It's a very cool channel.
Hang on a minute here.
Very different vibe. Very different vibe.
What was that now? 34.
Wow.
That's almost 5 years. That's fantastic. It's 4 3/4 years.
That's pretty good stuff. That's pretty good stuff.
It's amazing.
The official participation trophy of the lifeboat. It's fun whenever you can pull out the participation trophy.
You know what? Tracy says Tracy never counted days before. I didn't count my hard drugs. The hard drugs, I don't have a date for that.
I know you don't.
I kind of wish I did.
Yeah, but you didn't really consider that your thing, did you? I mean, it was like you did.
It still wasn't fun quitting.
Oh, no.
It wasn't a good time.
No, but it was different than me. Like you quit, and then you stopped. Like that wasn't an option. Like I was completely different. Days help so much right now. Absolutely. Well, and I always tell people that, the most exciting 6 days of sobriety are the first 6 days.
Thank you, ZW. You're awfully sweet.
You really are, ZW.
Yep.
Do you have you can tell that this is the official?
How is it? How can I tell?
Because I said it's the official participation trophy. And as the captain of this here vessel, if I declare something to be official, doggone it, it's official. All righty, people. That does bring us to the top of the hour. And I know it would be fun to hang out for the rest of the evening. And I would love to. But I was told there'd be no math or counting. But I've done a lot of videos today. And we're in.
I'm good for another hour.
You know how many 1 hour videos I've done this month? I think I've done 3 to 4 a day. Every single day.
Roll 2 more.
If you've never seen my brother before, we did a 24-hour live feed here. We came, hit, go. and stayed here for 24
We
hours.
didn't do the
and
full
it got,
24. I thought we did like 20.
oh, we did. We bailed at 20.
Yeah,
We did 20 hours, I guess.
It was rough.
See you later, McMoore. We'll see you on the next
The
one.
last 4 hours are just.
The last 4 hours get a little bit tough.
Who's full who? The last 10 hours.
Well, and I was a little punchy from Jump Street. Chip McPansy? Chip McPansy.
Easy.
You know, well, I mean,
Rutland.
Tommy has, yes, I've been working my my tail off for this one. Tommy, I have shot an email to Sober Good. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't either.
Well, you're doing a bad job.
Love
So
you all.
Yeah, stop touching things. You're not allowed to play anymore. This is a cat in a basket. Is she not awesome? And she's here often. That would be the Chase the Heat guitar. All righty, everyone. We will see you tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Danesta, have a good night. Charlie Murphy.
Love you, dude.
You are the man.
Later,
Balake. Take care. Good to see you.
Balake.
Lori T, thanks for the support.
Thanks
for
Susie
being
Q.
here. Susie Q. Huckleberry, much love.
Lee
Harper.
Harper.
Jennifer
Yep.
Lemke.
Kathy Womack.
Yes, it is. And a mixed bag of donuts from Chicagoland. So, Susie Q.
Chili Phil.
Oh,
Hope you get. Let me know when you get to that 1,000. Up next time.
There you are,
I'll do
Debbie.
live, but help you out.
And C. Rip Curl Readiness. Kathy Womack. Ask a social worker. Not a good, excellent idea. Solid right there. Not a bad piece of advice. Ask a social worker. And that's a wrap. Quiet Girl, congratulations. You should be proud of yourself. You really should. We'll see you on the next one.